morning, families. Happy March. I just wanted to update you on a few things for this Friday, so we'll go ahead and get started. The first thing is, if you have already booked your child's March check-in, thank you. I have received a ton since I sent that webmail yesterday, and I really appreciate you taking the time and going and making sure your student is on my calendar to complete their March check-in. If you have not done that yet, please do so. The link to my You Can Book Me site is in the signature of all the webmails I've sent, and it's really important that the student get that scheduled for March because April is probably not going to be a month that we get to meet. March is also taking a little bit longer. February's were about 10 to 15 minutes depending on any talking points we had, whereas March is ranging from about 20 to 30. And the reason that they are doing that is because I am asking the students to complete a different math check-in. It's not just quick 5 questions, it is 16. It's a new program that we have. And the questions that the students are being asked, they have already solved this year as far as the skill goes. So it's just allowing us to see what they are able to continue to retain. But it is a little lengthier, so it is important that those get booked on to the calendar for March, and it's best that they get them in early. That way, if something were to come up and something needs to reschedule, there is time to play with later on. I typically try to keep 1 or 2 students a day after our live lessons, and I don't know that I'm going to be able to do that only because they are taking a little extra time. And if I have a class at 9 and then a class at 10 and the student's not done before 10, then we're going to have to schedule a time for the student to come back. So I will try to do that, but I can't promise that, as I have been able to do in months prior. So please check my You Can Book Me site and get a time scheduled for your student. Overdue lessons. So if your student is sitting with 5 or more overdue lessons at this point, it's really important that as a family, time is carved out for them to complete at least 1 lesson a day extra, so that's not continue to compile. What happens is, if your student is not working on the lessons on their planner, let's say they have 5 lessons on their planner for the day, and they only do 1, those 4 go over and they become overdue lessons. So not only does the student have the next day lessons, they also have those 4. And if they only do 2 of those lessons that day, then all of those go. And it compiles very quickly. So it's incredibly important that time is carved out, maybe for 1 extra lesson a day. If your student is at 10 or more overdue lessons, definitely if they're pushing or over 20, perhaps 2 lessons a day extra, or schedule out some time on the weekend. School is going to start going very quickly, and it's nice that we don't have any vacation days in March, but when we get to April, we do have kinds of crazy schedules, especially if you have older children that you're driving around to testing. So it's really important that some time is made during this month. So when we get to May, it's not scramble. You don't want to be sitting and doing lessons all night long. Your kiddo doesn't want to either, and so it's really important that we get those taken care of now. Temporary zeros will be put in next week, so on March 8th, I will be going in and putting in temporary zeros for the prior 2 weeks. And so you might see a drop in your students' grades if they have significant overdue lessons. Every 2 weeks this semester, I will be plugging in those temporary zeros. But do remember, they are temporary, so as your student completes the lessons, they will go away and the new score will be entered and saved. And then finally, my last update is Read Across America Week for REACH starts on Monday. So there are special days. There's a hat day in there, there's a pajama day, and things like that. So be sure to check that schedule that was sent out to your webmail, and if your student would like to participate, that would be great in those special days. The other thing is we have an elementary assembly at 12:30 on Tuesday the 5th, where there will be Dr. Seuss characters and there will be readings of some stories and things like that. So it would be great to see them attend. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me a webmail. You can also definitely give me a call or send me a text, whichever is easier. If I'm not in a meeting or I'm not working with a student or in live lesson, I will pick up my phone. But if I do not, either leave me a voicemail or do send me a text. That would be great too. 717-220-8812. I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. I hope if you're supposed to be getting snow like I am on Sunday, you stay safe. And to see everyone back here on Monday. Talk to you later. Bye.